Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and I hope you are all okay on that side of the screen. And today to take a quick look at these two speakers, which are great from Braven. Braven XL, which is this one right over here, really powerful speaker, 4 watts, and the Braven Mini with a different target, 5 watts, but with a great sound. Now let's start with a Braven XL, and let me start by mentioning my favorite aspect on this speaker, which is this bottle opener right over here, which I did test out with a friend of mine a few nights ago when he came. He had a problem on his Mac and we tested it out, and it's not a gimmick, it actually works. We can open bottles, so if we want to take this to a picnic, we can take it. It has great sound, but besides that, we will be able to open our bottles of beer. So this is just great. In terms of build quality, it is irreprehensible. All the plastics, all the materials are quality. They are not cheap plastics and so on and so forth. And then it has these rubberized plastic. It's not plastic, it's rubber right over here. It's rugged. It's a tough speaker, which actually they targeted at crazy scenarios, which is not my particular case, but I can see this being used as a war speaker, if I can say so, because it will handle a lot of stress. Now all the materials are great. One thing that I would like to mention is the grills right over here are metallic and really nice. 40 watts in terms of power, so expect a really nice push, and it will give us more sound on this side than on this, because the two tweeters and the passive subwoofers are right over here, and it will push the sound right over there. We will hear from the other side as well, but not as much. Now in terms of buttons, I want to show you these buttons right over here, which are the turn on and off, and then the Bluetooth, the plus and minus, which are for volume and also to change songs from Spotify, for example. And here we have a battery indicator. And talking about the battery indicator, I've got the power supply right over here, which is not like we usually use on this type of speakers, micro USB. This one is actually a power supply which will basically charge the speaker much faster. So if I connect right over here, what you will see is a check light, and if it's white, it's charging. If it's green, it's completely charged, and once it gets low, it will start blinking red until it goes completely red, and then basically it will die when the battery runs out, obviously. Now it takes about 16 hours of playtime to completely drain the battery, and it's quick. I didn't measure the time that I was charging it, but it's really quick. Now on the other side, besides the bottle opener, we also have the, of course, the DC in to charge, the USB, which we can use to charge other devices, so we can charge our phone, our tablet, whatever, and then as a line in, which is a 3.5mm jack, in case you want to connect any device. Personally, I use always my phone, which it's over there, it's recording, basically to connect via Bluetooth, but in case someone wants to connect via 3.5, then it can be useful. Now, in my opinion, this speaker has its own kind of user, and in my opinion, there will be only two situations: the ones that will love this speaker and the ones that will not feel the speaker for themselves. Now I do believe that design is great, but this is my personal opinion, of course. It also has this strap which we can handle here, and that's one of the things that's not on my style, but I really love it. Now I don't see myself as well pushing this speaker on the street, but it's one of the scenarios because it works like that, and it's dropping water. By the way, it's waterproof. you could see, completely waterproofed. I did a lot of tests, and besides that you could listen as well the difference between 40 watts and 5 watts on the Mini, so a big difference right over here. And basically that's about it. Now, one more thing that we can do with the Braven XL, we can also do with the Mini, is the wireless pairing. I can have two of these paired together and then have a really nice audio. In this particular case, I think it's too much, unless you have a big area, then it will push 40 watts from one and 40 watts for the other one in stereo, which will give us a great experience. The Mini will do the same as well. So I would say that if you find this not enough push, you can get one on the side and connect via wireless pairing, and then we have a different kinds of distribution in terms of audio, which is a great technology. Not new, we have seen here on the channel, but it's great to have. Now, talking about the Mini, it's a different target. This is that kind of speaker that I want something lower profile, and I see myself in that situation sometimes, but I don't want my phone, because my phone sounds crappy, or my tablet. I want something better, lower volume, but with quality, and this is exactly what we are going to get on the Braven Mini. Now, in terms of build quality, once again, they do not bet on cheap materials. All rubber right over here with the buttons on the top, and then rubber right on the bottom. We have this door right over here, which will give us a USB Type-C for charging, and also a 3.5mm jack for input if we want to input something other than Bluetooth. And once again, in terms of sound, you have seen the sound that I did record while I was in the swimming pool. It's different from 40 watts, it's only 5 watts, 12 hours of battery life, 16 hours of battery life. In terms of sound quality, it's great. It's small, so we will not have that bass that we have on the XL, but this is something that it's limited by its physical dimensions. But that's about it, guys. Two completely different speakers, but they have a few things in common, and one of them it's really important, which is the build quality, and they are tough and waterproof, so we can use it anywhere. Guys, hopefully this video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.